If you are top balancing some lithium iron phosphate batteries, then you should take a look at this charger and get yourself one of these. My name's Nigel and this is Offgrid Van Life. A couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I put out a video showing 4 options, or really 3 options with one kind of slight variation, of chargers that you can use to top balance a set of lithium iron phosphate batteries. So one of them being one of these sort of standard desktop chargers like I have here, and then another 2 are fairly specialist, but this is my favorite one here. I've just got a new one from China and so I thought I would take you guys through the unboxing of what it comes like, what's in the box, and show you why I like it so much in a bit more detail. So fairly elementary packaging. Haven't seen something shipped in a polystyrene box like this for ages. It's pretty funny. But anyway, this is the charger, and this is my favorite charger for charging lithium iron phosphate batteries. So this is what it looks like when it comes to you. You can choose a bunch of different options, whether you have sort of crocodile clips like this, or whether you go for cables that have a lug on the end, so like an M6 or an M8 lug or something like that. But this is what it looks like. So somebody commented in the video last week saying that these are power supplies for spotlights, like for stadium spotlights or something like that, and that they're actually they've clearly been retrofitted to be able to control the parameters, so the amperage and the voltage, that sort of thing. But it's interesting that they've retrofitted that. But I mean, it looks a little bit clandestine in the sense that it's not a really well finished product, but in terms of the performance, this is the best performing option that we've found for the price. So it takes your standard sort of kettle lead plug, as you can see there on the bottom, and pretty straightforward. Clearly it's got a locking mechanism for how that would normally lock in whatever the setting is there. But like I mentioned previously in the last video, the fan on these seems to be very reliable. So some of the other options that I've reviewed, the issue with them is really that the fan starts to give up, and then the functionality of the charger then becomes questionable. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a kettle lead on here, and I'm just going to show you quickly how you actually adjust the settings on this charger, and take you through what that actually looks like. Okay, so we're going to get the kettle lead into the back of this here. There we go. And that guy comes on. So if you turn the dial here, that dial on this little white power pack thing, everything here is in Mandarin, so I don't know what that says. I'm sure somebody can figure that out. But the dial operates your voltage. So obviously it's, sorry, your amperage, not your voltage. The dial is to adjust your amperage. And so if we turn that on, it's got this little screw here on the end, which hopefully you can see that on the screen there. But this screw is what adjusts the voltage. So if we put that in, and we twist the screw, you can see the voltage coming down. So I'm going to set this to 3.65, so I'm going to wind it. Takes some turning to get it all the way down, but I actually quite like this approach because it means that you can't accidentally change your voltage and then start trying to top balance your cells at like 4 volts or 8 volts or whatever, because sometimes these desktop chargers, they're very fiddly on the, like they change a lot when you're just trying to tweak the amount. So having it fairly having it not sensitive like this screw is actually quite a nice approach. So I'm just trying to find the right voltage there. So I want this to sit on 3.65. Oh, there you go. See if that settles. Okay. And then obviously not getting anything, there's no amperage now because it's not actually connected to a battery. But the idea would be that when you connect it to a battery, you could then dial this up and down, and that would get you the right amperage. And you can set the amperage. So this one is up to 50 amps that it will output, which is pretty good output really. So yeah, I can dial that right up if I want to. and get a really good output from this battery. So I'll actually do that. I'm going to put together a set of cells, and then I will show you what that looks like actually putting a set of cells on charge here. Okay, so we have put together this battery here with our wiring loom for top balancing. So all of the cells are connected in parallel, which is what we want, and we have put a very elementary clamp in place just to hold the cells together in case there's any swelling or anything, just in the form of some ply ends with fiber tape. Put them into this case as well with a spacer, so that if they do expand slightly when we top balance them, then they're already in the case and we can assemble the battery once they're top balanced. So to turn this on, obviously we had already preset the voltage by twisting the little screw on the end of this charger here. And then to turn the charger on, when we turn the knob, we go back to the voltage, the correct voltage, 3.65. So when we connect up these wires here onto the correct polarity, let's do it here actually, there we go, it's going to be a good fit. We're outputting there 17.5 amps. I'll probably just bump this up to, leave it probably around 25 amps or thereabouts. 20 amps will do it, just to top balance. So that'll take the best part of probably a couple of days to top balance like that. And obviously if you want to, you can crank it right up to a much higher voltage and also a much higher amperage. So this one is capable of 50 amps. But yeah, pretty pleased with that, and we'll leave that top balancing. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you in the next video. And as always with any of our battery related videos, the discount code for this video is bestcharger10. So you can use that discount code on our website. The first 10 orders to use that discount code will get 10% off any orders that they place on our website. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.